Welcome everybody to the Night Owl Gold, Silver, and Bronze Tournament. This is your caster weak link. This tournament is hosted by our gracious starter of the tournament, To Live and Die. Nice guy. PM him on TL if you want a place in this match, place in this tournament. Sign-ups for Friday will be going soon. Remember, this is every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It starts at 11:30 East Coast. This is all by East Coast time, so 11:30, 10:30, and 9:30 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, as it gets closer to Sunday, we start sooner. Just so people with work and everything can get home in time on Friday, and then also you all can go to bed at a decent time on Sunday to go and work on Monday. Let's start off with the introductions. Our favored player in this current matchup, our Protoss, Cyan, Teal, whatever you want to call it, player, SourceOdin. And playing against him, we have our Green Zerg in the bottom position on Zelmog Caverns, the just bailing busted of an opponent by the name of Exo in order to win. Now against the Protoss, probably not going to bailing bust them, KingKooka. SourceOdin getting in there, doing some scouting, making a little love sign with his, making a little heart with his probe. Does that, I think, every time. Probe almost getting picked off, not being microed. Needs to pull away, use the mini map, jump around, that kind of thing. Chrono boost is going down on the Nexus. You know, spending that chrono boost. KingKooka saying oops. Don't know why he's saying oops. Spawning pool is down. Looks like a speedling expand. I personally, where with the people I play against, always do a fast expansion as Zerg against Protoss. They really don't have the early game units to force you to go that early pool, such as Terran or a Zerg does. Protoss taking a little while, as you can see, takes all the way up to 16th supply, which is when you should normally drop down that making a little hole, filling that hole by canceling and remaking that cybernetics score. Really smart by SourceOdin. But 16 supply, when you should be making that Overlord, did not make that Overlord, so Queen will supply block him. KingKooka needs to stay on top of his supply blocks, but always 16. Now we have those two units, and it's also perfect timing when doing with 15-15, that the Overlord will pop out, your spawning pool finish, Queen can then go immediately in production, and then you can get some Zerglings or drones off that. Perfect timing. Even when you go 14-14, it still works out. It's a little bit faster with 14-14, so your Overlord comes out, and then there's a little bit of time before the Queen, before the spawning pool finishes, I think. But still, good overall build. You can always get past the Zealot if you really want this drone for mineral gathering, but KingKooka playing really safe and not getting that hatchery. Normally you get that hatchery on 22 or 21. Waiting though to get that hatchery. Still has his guys on gas. Not always. Gas isn't really that important in this early game, so typically you'll see Zerg players get the hatchery up, and speedlings are now out. 4.7 move speed, one of the fastest move speeds in the game. I don't even think Marines with Stim run as fast as speedlings, but then again, Marines with Stim have a little bit longer of a range than speedlings do. Stargate, Regate Expand, looks like, after finishing up the cybernetic score. Ooh, getting surrounded. Reason why you don't run up there with all your lings, you only send one ling up there, that way if the force field does go down, your entire link force isn't stuck up there, you only have one, so that way it's not that big of a threat. Speedlings hiding. Probably going to send these two speedlings places. Looks like just running around the map, looking for, oh, he's going to leave one there and send the other one over there. Pretty smart move on his part. And getting those watchtowers is something you always want to have as Zerg, that way you know when to stop producing drones, because hey, an army's coming at me. We'll be able to see this Void Ray, hopefully. I really like this build, though, by SourceOdin, getting this Void Ray out after these 3 gateways. Kind of just giving them a little bit of space. I mean, not space, but just giving like a different look at Zerg. Zerg really doesn't have that much of a mobile anti-air force in the early game, so it kind of forces them to stay a little bit more defensive in the early game, something I know a lot of Protoss players have a difficulty with. Which is kind of like pushing the Zerg back and keeping them in his base for a little while. Roach Warren going down. Evo Chamber is up, so he should be able to react in time. But the Zergling just left this watchtower, and so he might not be able to see it. You should not actually be getting this second board array. What most players would do is you'd go one board array so that way you can do damage versus like buildings or like a queen or something, but then you get Phoenix from there because board arrays aren't effective that much against Zerg because of the fact that Zerg doesn't have that many armored units. They only have the basic biological units, so they really don't have that armored. The armor that the Terran player would have, so the Terran player would actually be more harmed by Void Rays than by Phoenix, while a Zerg player would be more harmed by Phoenix, but a lot of Void Rays coming out. It's actually Marine MC-esque of SourceOdin to be going with these 3 Void Rays. It'd be nice to see him though still getting a pretty nice army, but he should probably be grabbing an expansion behind this. The one thing is, you have to be able to check over here and also here, so may make it difficult. Kind of getting trapped in his base a little bit longer than he would probably like. You'd want him to be pushing out, about now to grab that expansion as Protoss, especially against a Zerg player, because they're going to get the second base up. They're probably going to get gas up, which he's probably, now that he's on layer, get gas, so then he can get those Hydras. Usually about now you drop a Hydra den and you start producing Hydras. But here comes the push out. Void Rays have been revealed. It looks like it's going to be part of the army. Don't know why he sent those Zerglings in. Obviously Big Force should just send them back home. That way you can use them in combination with the Roaches. Needs to just produce straight Roaches. Overreaction with the Spore Crawlers though. You don't need this many Spore Crawlers. That's overpopulating his base of Spore Crawlers, but here comes the army. Does not need to push out right now, and he just needs to have all this mineral that those 6 Spore Crawlers took up in order to produce Roaches, because right now he does not have the army to contend with this. Yeah, these orders are just going to do work to all this stationary defense, and then these Stalkers will just pick off the rest of the unit. Drones being pulled, never a good sign, even worse than when SCVs are pulled. Probably going to be GG, especially if he goes for these OVs. These Overlords begin dying off, and really that's going to make the Zerg will be hard-pressed to deal with it. This base will go down soon. Hydra's too little, too late. Losing 2 Void Rays, not good. A little bit of miscontrol there. Probably just to get in the habit of it, he should throw down an extra base behind this though, but for all intents and purposes, this game is over. He just needs to put the nail in the coffin. 1 Hydra is out, not going to do much, especially with this many Stalkers as well. Yes, they have good DPS, and yes, they did take down that Sentry, but they're not going to be able to off this many Stalkers with the Void Ray. Well, good placement with the Hydra Den though, and hiding it behind the Spore Colony. Yes, this Spore Colony just needs to sit there. They can take out these Void Rays. The Void Ray is going to go down actually, the one that was charged up, but this Spore Crawler goes down. Units just coming, actually sitting back. Oh, I don't need these 3 Sentry Stalkers. Does get that picked off though. All the units being pulled. Doing the never say die technique, really far behind at this point. Doesn't even matter if he holds us off. Rather interesting. Finally gets a GG. So that was round 3 of the Gold, Silver, and Bronze tournament. Night Owl Gold, Silver, and Bronze tournament hosted by Not to Live and Die, casted by myself, Weak Link, and tonight we have our lower bracket finals casted by a guy by the name of Gecko. I think it's Special Gecko. So hopefully we'll see you in this tournament soon. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on stream currently, well, I'm glad that you were able to make it to the live events, and I'm glad you were able to watch in real time. So, talk to you soon. That was the quarterfinals. We'll be heading into the semifinals soon with SourceOdin taking this game over KingKooka. Remember, this is a double elimination tournament, so KingKooka could always make it back for our grand finals later tonight. See y'all soon.